Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put these tomato plants in. Now with the tomato plants, they're a little different than the others in that, well, this one already has them gone, but usually there's like two little, those first leaves that come out. You break those off and you bury the plant right up to the bottom of the first true leaf, and all these little hairs along the stem will become roots. So you bury the stem all the way up to the bottom of the first true leaf. That'll probably be deep enough. Alrighty. Okay, so I got all my tomato plants in. No problems there. And then I went ahead and put all my green peppers in. I went ahead and made them each their little bowl where it'll kind of direct water to them. Next, I've got the sweet banana peppers to put in, and still all the onions and lettuce. So far so good though. I just hope it stays looking this good. I don't come out here in 3 days and everything's laying over brown. Alright. So we're up here at the pond, and I believe I might have just caught a little fish jumping out of the water there. Don't know if I got it on camera or not. But anyway, I thought I'd come up here and just see how far it is so I know how much garden hose I need. By the way, if anybody feels like putting on some waders and getting all these lily pads out of this pond for me, that would be okay. Okay, so I'd probably throw the hose about, I'd say 10 feet out there. So start with 10. I'm just going to step this off. A large stride steps 3 feet, so 1, 2, 3. Woo! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 23, 24, 26, 27, 30, 31, 32, 33 to the fence, so that's 99 feet. Plus the 10s, say 110 feet. And then another just to be safe, I need like 175 feet of garden hose. Alright, so I got all the plants in the garden. So we've got our sunflowers, and then we've got our cucumbers, and then I skipped a row to put the pole beans in there, and then we've got our 2 rows of tomatoes, and then we've got green peppers, and then sweet banana peppers, and then I skipped 3 rows for, you know, carrots and whatever other this and that we've got to go in here. I don't really remember. And then here, it's going to be kind of hard to see, but this is where I put my onions. And then down at that end is the iceberg lettuce. So now it just comes down to watering it. I don't think I'll be able to get any leaves mulched up and on it today, because I still have to pack up all that stuff to go home this evening, and it's already about 1:30. I'll probably run up to Heather's grandma's and call my wife and make sure everything's cool there, and maybe hint around the fact that I need 200 feet of garden hose. I doubt she's got that much, but you never know. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll come back when I'm watering it in. Regardless, it's got to be watered, so whether I get garden hose from her or just have to go up to the pond here and get 5-gallon buckets and bring down, I got to do it, so no time to waste. Okay, so she did have a bunch of garden hose. It was just, you know, outside, like down in the weeds and brush and stuff like that. So I don't know if it'll work or not. I don't know, you know, they could be full of holes or whatever. I don't know, but one kind of neat thing is one of these hoses, that one right there, is a larger diameter than, like, say that one right there. So if I start with the larger diameter up at the pond and end with the smaller diameter, it should give me like a little tiny boost in water pressure. It won't be enough to probably notice, but... And then also I'll have to rig up a little float system. I'll probably like take the end that I stick in the pond and tie a rock to it to pull the hose below water level, and then tie like a string to it that's like 6 inches long and tie an empty milk jug to it as a float. That way it'll keep the hose under the water, but yet not drag it all the way to the bottom. So I'll go ahead and stretch this hose out. I'll start at the garden at the furthest point where I would have to stretch it, just to see if there's actually enough in the first place. And even if there's not, it would probably reach the fence, which would make watering it by hand a heck of a lot faster. So either way, this is pretty good. Okay, so as you can see, it was more than enough garden hose. I even have a little extra still over there. But that right there reached the pond. And I used this air mattress pump on the deflate side to suck a vacuum on the hose so that I wouldn't get pond water in my mouth. Well, when I let go of it, thought the water was coming, waited for a second, nothing happened, so I went to suck on it a little bit with my mouth. Sure enough, dirty pond water right into the mouth. So I didn't take into consideration that it takes time to run all the way downhill like that. But so I'm just going to go ahead and go through here and water everything up, just soak it down real good. It's free water, why not? Not using any electricity or anything, just a little bit of time. As you can see, it's not a record-breaking amount of pressure, but it's enough. I can even shoot it a little bit. Now I don't want to just hit this right on the dirt, you know, it will make it collapse and stuff, so I'll kind of make it rain, so to speak. I'm gonna wet this down real good. So I'll probably go over the whole garden, and then by the time I get to the end, come back and water the whole thing again. I'm just gonna water all around the whole thing, even between the rows and everything. But this is going to take a while, so I'll just go ahead and do this and come back when I'm done. Okay, I thought I'd show you guys why I make these little bowls around the plants. Kind of like think of it like a miniature pond. I've got this water turned down to barely a little pea stream or whatever with a shut-off valve, and basically what I do is just let it get real close to the dirt so it doesn't, like, you know, disturb the soil, and just fill the pond with water. And that kind of directs the water to soak in right up against the plant then. Then once it seeps all the way down, I fill it up again. And then I move on to the next one. Now, I'm going to do this twice to the whole garden. Okay, so I've gone through and watered the entire garden 2 times. And everything seems to be a lot happier. At least it looks a little better. Sweet banana peppers. Green peppers. Some of them are teeny tiny. I'd say it's about 5:30. There's our tomato plants. That worked out pretty well, running that hose up into the pond like that. I just pulled the end of it back down to shut it off and drain the hose out. before I take it back to Heather's grandma. Let's see, our cucumbers. They're looking chipper. Our sunflowers. Oh, it's a little muddy. Oh man, really muddy. Wow. Well, anyway, hopefully that'll be enough water to take it through at least, 2 or 3 days. Looks a lot different than it did 2 or 3 days ago. I probably have maybe, I'd say, 4 complete, 6 to 8 hour days into this whole garden. And this spot used to look like this. So that's not bad. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. This is going to be my last day out here. Like I said, I'd guess it to be about 5:30, so I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning everything up. I got to put all my tools and all kinds of junk away. I was going to put the deck on that mower, but I guess I won't. Got to get home and make sure everyone's still well and kicking, so